welcome in. Now, before we go into the actual past issue of the magazine review, I wanted to prove something to you. I have said before about the magazines just reuse patterns over and over again. Last Crochet Now magazine review that I did was this one, number 82. Issue number 82, and I quite liked one of the tops to a degree. I'll do it in a way different colour, but the top that I really liked was this one. Now, when I turned off the video, I went and properly looked because I knew I'd seen that before. I was certain I'd seen it before. Now I've got a colander head, so to actually remember something like that, I had to prove it to myself. And I was right. I proved it to myself. This is 11 issues ago, not even a year. Issue 71. Look familiar? Let's just like it's the same top. It's the same model. They've called it the same. It's exactly the same pattern. Everything is the same. Everything is the same. Completely. Same magazine, same pattern, less than a year old. Just wanted to prove it. I've proved it now. Okay, past issues. We are going to issue number 28 of Crochet Now. Now, I'm almost certain that I've seen that shawl before, but I don't need to prove it to myself anymore. We are going to take a nosy. Now, these past issues have all been sponsored by Dodo Dixon, who sent me a load of the magazines because she was done with them. She was chucking them out, asked me if I wanted any of them because of certain patterns that I might want to do. I said, yes, please, to quite a few of them. And I ended up with a great big stack, which is why I'm giving you past reviews. So, like I said, this is number 28 that we are going to go into, which was $5.99. It still is. No, it's not. I'm lying. So this was $5.99. Last year it went up to $6.99. This year it is $7.99. £7.99. There are a couple of adverts that I am going to skip, but I just wanted to... I really like that. Am I the only one? Make a load of pom-poms, hang them from strings, make a funky little decor. Am I the only one that likes that? You don't have to comment. Honest. I know I'm weird. I like being weird. Weird equals unique. Okay, so let's get into the first pattern, which is the Meadow Wrap by Pauline Fitzpatrick. Okay, this shawl is a great one ball make for experienced crocheters or a wonderful way to stretch skills. They've used DK and a 5mm hook. They're saying it is an intermediate pattern. And they have used Stylecraft Batik Swirl one ball. Bear with me. Now I know it was only a blink for you, but I just wanted to show you. Batik Swirl is this, and I have it in the colour Meadow, which isn't the colour they've used, but I just wanted to show you what Batik Swirl looks like, because I actually can. Woohoo! Makes a change, doesn't it? Anyway, back to the shawl. So they've used one ball of that. And it is 550 meters per 200 grams, 80% premium acrylic, 20% wool. They've used a 5mm hook, and this is approximately 143 by 50 centimeters, approximately. Okay. Very, 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 very short, easy pattern. And the special stitches I've used is a bubble fringe and a double treble cluster. Next we have a pattern by Claire Gelder, the Jupiter footstool. Now look at that whopper. They've used extreme chunky and a 60mm hook, and they're saying to try something new, to add a splash of colour to your living room space with this super cute footstool that you can make in as little as 2 hours. They've used wool couture epic extreme yarn, 2 kilos in raspberry. Each one is 52 meters per kilo and is 100% merino wool. This is saying that you need a bean bag, which is 3 cubic feet, and the whole sizing of this is approximately 50 centimeters by 62 by 3 cubic feet. Now I'm going to try and show you that. The hook they've used. Did it even say? Oh yeah, it does. Sorry. 60mm hook. 60mm. Now there's a size I don't have. 60mm hook. I kind of want one. I want one. I want one. There's discounts and giveaways, which of course is irrelevant right now. With this issue came a free pom-pom maker. And this pattern is Strawberry Folds Blanket by Alison Walker and Louise Rising. You may find it easier to join squares together diagonally because this reduces the number of ends to weave in. Thank you. Okay. Blanket. This fun blanket is simple to make, and shaping the blanket to look like a strawberry makes it appealing to everyone. They've used a DK and a 4.5mm hook. They're saying it's beginner friendly, and they've used Scapier's Colour Crafter. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 balls altogether. 300 meters per 100 gram ball, 100% acrylic. And it measures approximately 215 by 155 centimeters. Now, if I can, have they got a better picture? They have got a better picture. So let me show you this. And you need pom-poms on the joins, some of the joins. Let me be careful how I do this. That's approximately what it will look like when you're finished, which makes it quite unique, quite funky unique. I mean, I say unique, they probably took the pattern from 11 months previous. Next is Flopsy, Mopsy and Cottontail. Now I know I've seen these as well. We are so excited to bring you these much loved characters from the new Peter Rabbit film. New. Of course, that's long gone. And this is by Irene Strange. If you intend to give these toys to a child, you should embroider the eyes instead of using plastic ones. They've used a 4-ply and 2.5 and 3.5mm hooks. They're saying to take your time. They've used DMC Natura Just Cotton. 1 ball in each colour per individual bunny. So there's 3 balls for Mopsy, 3 balls for Flopsy, 3 balls for Cottontail, and 1 extra ball for all of them. So you're needing 3 pairs of safety eyes, toy stuffing, 2 buttons, a locking stitch marker, and these come out at approximately 25 centimeters tall each. Special stitches used, double crochet 3 together and picot. She received the back of the bunny, the back of the bunny, The back of the bunny. The back of the bunny. The back of the bunny. There are charts with it. Now, this is making a good point, which I'll let you know here. If you ever use a pattern and you sell what you have created from that pattern, you're committing crime. It is not supposed to, patterns, unless you have permission from the designer, patterns are not there to be sold. Patterns are there for individual use and individual use only. It's kind of like back in the day, they'd say, don't re-record a CD or a VHS or a DVD because it's called pirating. It's a very, very similar thing. So if anybody uses anything that is Disney or Pixar or absolutely anything, it's copyrighted. You'd be committing offence by selling. So don't. Okay, next. Designer sketchbook. Happy coasters. I kind of like them. They're kind of funky. It's like mini mandalas. Not boring, funky little coasters. So this is by, it doesn't say. I don't know. It doesn't say. Anne-Marie Huser. Before Anne-Marie embarks on a big crochet project, she crochets a doily to check whether the colours are a good match, but they never go to waste. They've used DK and a 3.5mm hook. They're saying this is for people looking for a challenge. It says the yarn uses anything from your stash, up to 14 colours of your choice. The aim of this pattern is to have a play with colour and see what combinations work for you. She's saying that each one is approximately 23 centimetres in diameter. That's if you're using a DK. It's a good little thing. And it's so less boring than a standard round coaster or one with a slight shape or a square coaster. This is a little bit funky. This is a little bit more special. I like these. I like mandalas. This, I quite like this, and I've got to say, I've seen somebody on YouTube very recently, do something extremely similar to this. Their own pattern, but extremely similar. Now this is by Lisa Richardson, sorry. And I really like this. This is the Hahana jumper. Worked bottom up in pieces, this stylish jumper features an all-over open mesh pattern that has timeless appeal. They've used 4-ply and a 3mm hook, and they're saying it is for the adventurous. She's used Rowan Summerlight 4-ply, and depending on your size, you'll need either 5 or 7 balls. Each ball is 175 meters per 50 grams and is 100% cotton. And the pattern for this goes from a small to a 2XL with 3 to 12 centimetre positive ease, which means you can move in it. And there is a close-up of the pattern. Well, you know, what the pattern looks like. It's better said, isn't it? There is a schematic to go with it. No special stitches. Next, we have the Enchanting Entrelac Blanket by Lena Fedotova. You'll find it easier to colour in the squares on the chart as you go. Why not photocopy the chart and make it bigger? That's a pretty good little tidbit. Entrelac, which means Tunisian. Stretch your Tunisian crochet skills with this stunning blanket made using the entrelac technique and a regular crochet hook. They've used a DK and a 4mm hook, and they're saying it is for the adventurous. She's used James C. Brett cotton on double knitting. 5, 10, 14, 17, 19 balls, 50% cotton each, 50% acrylic each, 145 meters per 50-gram ball. And this works out as approximately 114 centimeters squared. So that is Tunisian entrelac. That's still a tutorial that I need to do. It has a colour chart. It shows you how to do the edging, how to weave things together. And here's the shawl from the front, which I like, but I'm sure, almost certain that I've seen before. This is the Primavera shawl. The shawl is a warm layer that is perfect for spring when it's still chilly enough to want a snuggly cover up. When you finish your shawl, block it. Blocking always works wonders for lacy stitches. And this is by Elizabeth Davis de Herrez. Herrez? I think, maybe. So she's used a DK and a 5mm hook. She's saying it's for the adventurous. And she's used Rico Creative Wool Degradé 1 cake. Now 1 cake is 800 meters, 200 grams, 70% acrylic, 30% wool. Before blocking, this works out as approximately 86 by 168 centimeters, and after blocking, 98 by approximately 190 centimeters. Special stitches used: Pico, Le Pico. Book club. So this is where they show you a certain book that might be of use at the time. This time is Summertime Crochet. Okay. Which at the time of this publishing was £14.95. What's better than What's better than being on holiday and soaking up the sun on a lovely warm beach? Crocheting, of course. It's time to forget about winter and rejoice over summer with the latest release from Stackpole Books. Summertime Crochet is a celebration of craft and fashion, combining the two to create a wonderful collection of projects that you'll be able to take away with you wherever you go. So they've taken a pattern out of the book, designed by Helgrid and Verena. Helgrid and I'm going to say Verena. I may well have got that wrong. I'm so sorry. It's the Chic Lunchtime handbag. This charming handbag is great for carrying your holiday must-haves. For easier folding or facing, work a fold row by working into the back loop only in round 1 of the facing. So there is the bag. They've used Aran weight and a 4.5mm hook. They're saying it's an intermediate pattern. They've used Lana Grossa Linea Pura Organico. 3, 6 balls, 7, 8, 9, 10 balls, 90 meters per 50 gram, 100% cotton each ball. And this works out as approximately 34 squared, no, 34 by 34 by 5 centimeters approximately. So there you go, as a close up. Special stitches, cluster stitch. Might Be Macrame by Rachel Rayner. I know I've seen these before. These charming plant pot hangers imitate the trendy macrame It depends how you say it. That's down to you. Macrame star without having to learn a new craft technique. I've used DK 3.5mm hook, 4.5, 6.5 and a 10mm hook. They're saying to try something new, and they've used Rowan Summerlight DK, 3 balls. Each ball is 130 meters per 50 grams and 100% cotton. And the sizing, it says 80 centimeters long when laid flat, fits a standard 15 centimeter plant pot. So that is that. Tassels and all. Tassels and all. Nice easy pattern. Then it shows you their crochet along that they've been doing, or they did do at this time. Again, I've said it before with these, I really like it because there's something different in every square. You can't get bored with it. Each square is its own little project. I love it. So this time around they did a robin, which I can kind of show you. That was the square that they did. There is a chart with it. Next, ooh, there is a masterclass on raised trebles. Might be worth me doing a tutorial on that. Try to relax your tension. That way you'll find it easier when you come to work the front and back trebles. So they've done a dishcloth here, and this is by Sherry Yabsley. She's used an Aran weight and a 5mm hook, saying to try something new. Used the Lily Sugar and Cream Ombre, 1 ball, which is 87 meters per 56.7 gram ball, 100% cotton, 19.5 by 23 centimeters. I like it. I like it. Texture. Texture is what you need on a dishcloth, for sure. For sure. I like that. So I'm going to put a little bookmark in there. Bear with me a second. I couldn't quite reach me bookmark. Bookmark. Next we have Bernard the Bear by Val Pierce. And this is another cal that they had going, where they were filling a toy box. Now this bear is made with DK, a 3.25mm hook, saying it's beginner friendly. And they've used Rico Essentials Cotton DK, 3 balls, and a few meters in black and a contrasting colour. Each ball is 130 meters per 50 grams, 100% cotton. And the Rikurumi is 57 meters per 25 gram ball and 100% cotton. Now this sky is approximately 18 centimeters tall when seated. So there's a little bear. There's a nice lot of variety in here. A nice lot of variety. It's not all a top. It's not all dishcloths. It's not all granny squares. There's a nice little mix up. I like it. Next, this is the thing that I said yes to, which is really weird, but I said yes to this. This is by Ashley Kelly, and they're saying to use your free pom-pom maker again, whether you use a pom-pom maker or do them yourself. Pom-poms are fairly easy to make, but that's the full lot, but I'll put it up close. So this is Blooming Marvellous. Crochet flowers are a satisfying quick make and make a lovely impact when clustered together. They've used DK, a 3.5mm hook. They're saying it is intermediate. And they've used King Cole Cotton Soft DK. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 colours. Each ball is 210 meters per 100 grams and is 100% cotton. Sizing, well, the embroidery hoop they've used is 30 centimetres. And of course the length depends on those things, however long you put them. But that is what made me say yes, apart from the shawl, but that was the main thing because I have an idea that I'm not telling you about. Fairy Dress Setup by Bowie and George. That looks like an exceptionally old photo. I wonder how many times this has been reused. This set is great for dressing up and would work well as a flower girl outfit for a wedding. Okay, I've used DK, a 3.5, a 4 and a 5mm hooks. They're saying to try something new and they've used Sublime Baby Cashmere Merino Silk DK, 2 balls. Each ball is 116 meters per 50 grams, is 75% extra fine merino, 20% silk and 5% cashmere. Now for the crown, they've got it from newborn up to toddler. The wand is 20 centimeters, that's that one there. And the tutu is from 0 to 24 months, depending. Ta-da! Very pink for a little girl, little cute. Why do I automatically go girl? Because that's the way I was brought up. This is called On the Shore by Felicity Thomas. The repeating shell stitch pattern in this cute baby blanket will have you longing for trips to the seaside, as long as you take your crochet. They've used Aran weight and a 5mm hook, and they're saying it's beginner friendly. They've used Scapier's Bloom, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16 balls. Each ball is 8 meters per 50 grams ball, 100% cotton. And this works out as approximately 66 by 110 centimeters. It says this pattern is very easy to adapt for different sizes. Just make sure your foundation row is a multiple of 6 plus 1 plus 1. Turning chain and you can't go wrong. Special stitches used, the shell stitch. Ta-da! I like this as well. And I've seen this before. This is the Chrysanthemum cushion by Jacinta Bowie. Check pieces are stretched taut over the cushion pad when joining. If they're too large, you can rework the final rounds of the bases of the cushion in smaller stitches to fit. Bring your garden inside with this vibrant cushion, which will crochet a lot faster than it looks. They've used Aran weight and a 5.5mm hook. They're saying to try something new. And they've used 3 Bears Yarn Affection Aran. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 colours, which are 85 meters per 50 gram ball and 100% cotton. And this is approximately 41 centimeters in diameter, which is a rather nice cushion size, in my opinion. So that's that. Adverts. Oh, wow. See, now I haven't seen one of these in a Crochet Now magazine. Wow. It's an advert, but I haven't seen a full-length dress in there before. Now this is Rowan, but I like it. I wouldn't want to make it. I mean, me in that, no, but still, you know. So I'm going to have to read this and then turn it around to show you what it is. Pretty Flower Garland by Jenny Riley. Create a pretty flowery garland for your child's bedroom, or why not whip one up for a summer party table decoration. Okay. They've used a chunky and a 6mm hook. They're saying it's quick and easy. They've used Signet Helter Skelter 2 balls, which are 125 meters per 100 grams, 100% acrylic. And this works out as approximately 156 centimeters long. Make sure that your joining flowers are worked into the petal directly opposite to the flower on the other side of the one you're working in. That sounds so confusing to me, but I'm sure if I actually sat there and looked at it properly, I would know what the heck it was on about. Maybe. Reasons to shop local, adverts, how to read a pattern, learning basics, standard abbreviations, next issue, and that is it. So my overall opinion on this particular issue, which was 28, is there's a lot of variety in there. There's a little bit of all sorts. There's home decor, there's tops, there's stuff for kids, there's amigurumi, there's a little bit of everything, and I like it. I like it a lot. If you liked it a lot, let me know that you liked it a lot. Was there anything in particular that you liked in there? There's a lot of adverts, but we did a whiz through. And Beanie is absolutely exhausted, and I'll show you before I say goodbye. Gone to the world, into the land of Nod. Anyway, this has been Crochet Now for the past. Next week, there'll be another one. Take care now. Bye-bye.